What we look for in an interview is analytical skills. We are looking for students who have sharp analytical minds, and we have a test, and also through the interview process we judge that. Also, we are looking for students with good written and oral communication skills, because as a manager you require that. And we are also looking for students who are good team players. So my advice would be build up your profile, and your profile will hold you in good stead.
In my opinion, work experience is not something which is like the most important thing in a student's profile. For like securing admission in any B school, a college looks into the overall profile of the student, and work experience is just one component of it. Though in my case, it really helped me because my experience helped me give some kind of direction to my career goals. But work experience is not like the only thing which matters. There are other things like extracurriculars, academics, your overall profile. When I left KPMG, I was exploring other opportunities. Unfortunately, lockdown happened. I realized that my family business was suffering because of the lockdown. I took an initiative of bringing that settled traditional offline set of business to an online platform. Like, I managed the social media handles, I got the website made. I brought that up because I wanted to show them that I made the most out of that opportunity, because I did not have any full-time offer in my hand after KPMG, and I was not just preparing for exams. I took the initiative and managed the entire business for 1 year. When I brought that up in my interview, 70% of the questions was around this experience only, and that let the interview go in that direction where I wanted it to.
Both the panelists found Twinkle to be extrovert. Twinkle had a very sound mind. She knew how to present her answers. What we liked the best about her was that she was very honest. If she, out of the questions that we asked her, whatever she knew, she admitted that she knew, but she never was beating around the bush. Twinkle had a very good profile in the sense that academically she was very sound. She was from one of the renowned colleges from Delhi University. Her grades were very high, and she remembered the concepts also, some of the concepts. Yes, some she had forgotten. She had good work experience. She had already worked as a media marketing professional, so in one of the furnishing companies. So we knew she had a good potential for employability also. She was a potential candidate and could be employed. So we selected her.
There were like 2 questions which I was worried about before the interview. One was the gap in my career, and the second one was why I left KPMG without a full-time offer in my hand. So I was prepared for these questions because I knew that these were the questions which could come up in the interview. So the answer to my second question, that I left KPMG because I wanted to deep dive into the ocean and see other opportunities for myself. I realized that I've experienced audit. I realized that I'm not going to take it up for like the next phase of my career. So I wanted to explore other opportunities, but I had no idea about the lockdown. It happened. But yes, so the gap was because of the lockdown, but I made the most out of it. Right after 6 months, I found an opportunity. I took the initiative, and then the business experience of handling it.
There are many things that the students should avoid. One of the things I would say is don't be overconfident. Second thing is manage your body posture well. Don't be too nervous that if you know something, you forget about it when you're talking to the panelist. And I would say if you have written something on your CV, you should have actually done it. For example, a project. If you have worked on a particular project in your company, write about it. But if you haven't, don't write. Because if you say that if you write and you haven't done, then your panelist will grill you on that, and they'll find out that you haven't worked on it.
I think traditionally, as you know, IMT has a very rich legacy, and we are a 41-year-old B school. What we are looking for in a candidate is someone who imbibes the core values of IMT. The core values of IMT being innovation, creativity, somebody who is entrepreneurial in his mindset. At the depth, at the core of it, this is what are the skills we are looking for at IMT. Obviously, there are various ways of evaluating those parameters, and we have a basic eligibility criteria. We also look at consistent academic score. If a person has work experience, what kind of work experience, what kind of role that person has done. What we look for in an interview is analytical skills. We are looking for students who have sharp analytical minds, and we have a test, and also through the interview process we judge that. Also, we are looking for students with good written and oral communication skills, because as a manager you require that. And we are also looking for students who are good team players, because as I said, when you go to the management sphere, more and more because of the pandemic, and more you require people who can work with teams, who are willing to work together. So these are the essential skills we are looking for, in addition to the hygiene skills that any B school is looking for.
Another thing, they have to be aware. Like I said, due to digitalization, information is very readily available. He or she has to read that information and has to understand, use it, apply it in business context, and should have some knowledge about the business world, the business affairs, what is happening in the global world. All these things should be there. And I would say should have some potential for employability in the near future.
The fintech industry has really picked up and really boomed in the last 2 years. Okay. Now, what we are now seeing is in addition to the traditional courses of marketing, finance, what we call financial management, and the core PGDM, students are more attuned to understanding nuances of banking, how to do banking, what is BFSI. So we have introduced a very specialized course for them, and this is a very niche program for students who are very much interested to go in the BFSI sector. So the curriculum is very different. It is very customized to them. Okay, we have internationalized the program. So we have gotten Velric from Europe, which is an FT ranked institute, and 40% of the curriculum and pedagogy is taught by them. So we have kind of tried to get in that perspective of fintech and made a very specialized program. Similarly, we have also made a specialized program for students who want to get an international immersion or international perspective, which we call the dual country program, the DCP program, in which a student who is interested to work abroad, do an internship abroad, or study abroad, in terms of, we have 1 year in Dubai and 1 year in Ghaziabad. So we have created this program specifically for that target audience who is interested for an international career. So we have, in addition to our traditional courses, we have built up these courses, and in the future we'll build up more niche courses, because we understand that student requirements have also changed.
Students normally say that we are not, say for example, from accounting background, or people feel that they're not from a particular background, and they try to brush up those concepts and those subjects before they join in a B school. So this is something that should be avoided. Read a few books that are motivating, and also the books are on business leaders, etc. I think that is fine. Apart from that, you don't have to be overloaded with information. Don't have to be very, I would say, artificial. Just be natural, come and handle the panel. And if you are honest to yourself and you have done some kind of homework, I think you should be able to crack a good B school.
The most important question is why MBA? Because that shows how clear are you in terms of your goals. It's okay if you are not like 100% sure, but you should at least have some basic idea, because you should know like how your MBA is going to act as a catalyst to your goals. So clarity about your career aspirations must be there.
So my advice would be build up your profile, and your profile will hold you in good stead. So I think traditionally IMT, as all my aspirants know, is a school which looks at high test scores, but this year we have expanded, and we have kind of revamped our process to include students with good profiles, to include students with solid work experience into our program. So I would say, if you have those skills, don't worry about the test score, because that's not the only criteria, and look at IMT Ghaziabad as a choice.